Last week in our Technique for Artistry series, we started Czerny Opus 821, number 4, and we worked on it hands separate. We made a plan on how to play each part hand separate. Now we're going to put them together, work on artistry and tempo. What we want to do first is a little different from normal practice. I want you just to hear what's going on here, how really minor the G is. I want you to play, you've got your sticky staccato in the right, and I want you to play your moving notes in your left. I don't even, or you can play them together, I don't care. This is not, that's not how we play it technically, that's not how we play it, but it's showing you we've got a nice pretty little melody and accompaniment harmony going on, like a duet going on in this piece. So we want to bring that feeling of it's a little duet, very light, very elegant little piece coming out. So as you play it, you really have to listen that those G's don't overtake that left hand, which overtakes our duet. To start with, first problem we run into is the right hand is off, but the left hand isn't. It's shifting up to the G. It never comes up. This doesn't come up. So we have to practice slowly. Lift, lift, lift. And get used to that. I always call it, it's like a dance, the choreography between the hands, learning this piece. Take it in 4 measure sections so that you get comfortable with the measures themselves become easier. It's practicing, I always say, practicing the bar line, practicing connection from one measure to the next sometimes is way harder than what we play in that measure. So put the first 4 measures together, and if you exaggerate that sticky and get that wrist moving, that helps your hands figure out this dance. When you get to measure 4, things, remember, change a little bit. When you come down on that third, you're going to stay down. And this is so important then that that left hand just be almost non-existent. And I want to point out real quickly the little dissonance in here, because you're going to think it sounds wrong. But it changes right back. All right? The next 4 measures, other than moving the notes, getting your hands comfortable, moving and shifting. Now you're moving into bass clef and shifting your hands. When we get to measure 7, the technical dance changes again. And so we have to hold the left hand while we hold our right for that 2-note slur. Lift. In that measure. So the first is just getting those first 3 beats. So the best thing is to go lift, down, and do it again, and do it again, and do it again. It's going to feel really awkward at first. And so you want to do it until it's very comfortable. The next 3 beats won't be as bad because you've done the first 3, and then connecting the whole measure. So you're going to want to really call that a trouble spot, whatever you want to call it. It's going to need probably the most practice of the whole entire piece is going to be measure 7. Not because either hand is per se really, really difficult, but Each hand has its own little special things from the rest of the piece, and now we're putting them hands together. Have the whole piece, including that measure, at a steady, slow tempo. And then you can start working a little bit more on doing the artistry together. And I'm doing it in both hands. But this hand is going to be stronger. So as you start working on artistry, we can also build in balance practice. Balance practice is literally, well, I have the technique for artistry balance video you can go watch and then apply it to this, but really, really quickly. To start with, we take away the left hand and we keep that right hand really strong. And we practice a few measures at a time doing that. Then as that gets comfortable, because that's not as easy as it sounds, then we start adding back the left hand a little bit. Where the notes begin to come out maybe 50% of the time. Then eventually we get to the point and now we can make, because you've got such a wide range between the two hands, yet all of the left hand notes are coming out. Now we have more area to work with our right hand. We can get softer and still stay louder than our left hand. If you've got it to that tempo, with all the dynamics and the balance, I think that's wonderful. I think it should be more artistic. It should almost be like a little music box, and the little, sounds like a little music box dance spinning around. Very clear. The G, if you start going faster, you're going to build tension. The G's will get louder, which we don't want. So if you've got it to there, then I think it's a very finished, polished piece. As you notice, is as we go faster, the movement goes away. It's very, very subtle, the movement, because we don't have time to throw our wrists back and forth, but because our hands, the big muscles, our hands have learned what to do. They've learned that dance. They know where to put the weight, and they know how light he's supposed to be. Then, yeah, you won't have the movement that you did before. So, there is Opus 821. You've got rotation, you've worked on sticky staccatos, and subscribe if you want the notification for the next video for Technique for Artistry. Thanks, bye.